Hi, I'm Joy, and this is Ella. And we've come together today because we want to offer you some tools. These are proven technique tools that have been used in many countries. Actually, I think at last count I heard it was in about 27 countries in different languages and etc. So basically this is all over the place in certain segments where natural healing and natural techniques are talked about. So this is a tool that you can use at home. You can use it anywhere you are actually, because it's only 2 fingers away from wherever you are, and you just have to apply those fingers on your emotional stress release points. Does that sound interesting to you?
Very.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have her pick a stress that's been stressful for her, and you can pick one at home. So, or wherever you are, pick a stress that you'd like to get rid of today. So if you need to turn this off for a moment to do that, then please do, and just take some moment to pick something that you'd like to get rid of, you'd like to feel differently about, and make it something that's kind of in the middle. It's kind of mild for you. It's not like your biggest stressor, and it's not your smallest stressor, but something that's kind of mild, and you can start small and then we'll work up and I'll tell you how to use it for larger events as well. But pick something that's kind of mild today, like maybe, I don't know, traffic or an argument you had with somebody or a meeting that was stressful. Go ahead and choose something. You choose something as well. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you that basically this is a technique that's going to lower that stress in a way that will keep you more resourceful. So.
Yes, I got something.
Okay, so you have an event. We're going to keep this content free, so you don't have to tell us what that's about. But on a scale of 1 to 10, what level of stress does that have for you?
I think a 5. It's
Okay, okay. And where are you feeling it in your body? Where are you feeling it?
In my chest.
In your chest. Okay. So she's holding her stress in her chest. Where are you holding your stress? So note where you're feeling that right now, if you are feeling it. Note what number on a scale of 1 to 10 you might give it. Would you give it a 2, a 5, an 8? What number would it be? So think about that stress, and also think about the time frame of that stress. When did it start and when did it end, if it's ended? Or what segment of time do you want to clip out of maybe a larger event that you can clear from beginning to end? So pick a segment of time to begin and a segment of time to end. Let me know when you have that. Go ahead and choose yours. Okay. So you've identified the beginning point and the ending point of the event. Okay, yes. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you where those points are. Is everybody ready to learn where the secret points are? Actually, they're not secret to a lot of people, but they may be to you. You haven't yet known that there's a tool right at your fingertips that can lower your stress level. You've probably seen people use it, but just didn't know that what they were doing. In fact, perhaps they didn't even know what they were doing. Have you ever seen anybody put their hands on their forehead during a stressful event? Have you? Okay. Did you know that they were lowering their internal stress level? That's what was going on. In fact, I saw somebody doing that when I was watching the news the other night, which reminded me that I needed to do this for all of you. So here's where your stress points are. They're on your forehead. These are neurovascular holding points. And so what we're going to do is hold these points lightly in a way that will help you draw blood to the front part of your brain. And that will help to disengage your stress alarm response. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to find the points, and they're right in the center of the forehead this way. So you're going to draw a line between the hairline and the eyebrows, and in that center, go across like that. Then go up from the pupils this way. Where those lines intersect is where the points are. So put your hands on each of those points, please. 2 fingers on each of those points. So you're just going to hold ever so gently on those points. All it takes is a light touch. In fact, if you press hard, it won't work as well. So you want to test or touch it very lightly. You ready? You got that? Okay. So now while she's holding those points, which you may have seen people do just like this, or maybe like this, you've seen people do that. She's holding these points lightly right now. And Ella, and what I want you to do at home, or wherever you are with this, is to really think through from beginning to end that segment of time that you chose a minute ago of the stress that you're wanting to clear. And you're going to start at the beginning and just think about it all the way through, and then you're going to rapidly reverse it. So let me know when you get to the end, and then rapid reverse it. Let me know when you're at the end.
Okay.
And did you rapid reverse it? Rapid reverse it now. Rapid reverse.
All right.
Okay. Now we're going to do that again. You're going to see the event from beginning to end and rapid reverse it.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do it one more time. So 3 times is the magic number. So one more time. Run it forward and rapid reverse.
Okay.
Okay. And now, just stop for a second and notice how that feels. Does it feel any different yet?
Yeah, it feels lighter.
Okay, good. All right, so now let's see if we can enhance it even more. So maybe there's still a little bit left on a scale of 1 to 10. What did that change? It was a 5 before. What number is it now?
A 2?
Okay, so now it's a 2. Let's see if we can get that down a little more. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, well, here we go. So I want you to put your hands back on your stress points, okay? And you're going to think through that again from beginning to end. And this time, Ella, I want you to drain the color out of it. Make it black and white. And then again, rapid reverse it. Let's put those a little bit more right there. And let's perfect that a little bit more right there. There you go. Okay? And I want you to think through that from beginning to end.
Okay.
All right? And now rapid reverse it.
All right.
Now what happens if you add laughter to the soundtrack? So put laughter in the background. Notice how that feels to add laughter.
Yeah, it feels more funny.
Okay. All right. It changes your perspective a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, run it forward and back with laughter.
Okay.
Okay. And then what if you change the colors in the background? What if you put something else, something bright? Or
Yeah, something bright and colorful.
okay. All right. Okay. And how does that look to you?
Pretty.
Now run it that way with that in the background. What happens?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay. So now notice that it's getting a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. Now, when you're ready, take a deep breath in, blow it all out, and just let that stress go. Notice how that feels now. And just drop your hands down. Notice how it feels now. What number is it at now?
It's gone.
Okay, good. That's the desired result. So what you want to do is you want to really think about your event from beginning to end. You want to go through it forward and back. Do it at least 3 times. Then you can do it a 4th time, and you can run through that and drain the color out, make it black and white, do some different things with it. Now that's the way that you do a stress that's in the present moment, or actually that was a past event, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, now if that were a present moment event, you do the same thing. You want to run through it and you just hold those emotional stress release points in a way that allow you to defuse that current event. Like if like you're on the phone to somebody and it's stressful, you can put your hand across the forehead. This isn't quite as good as the 2 fingers on each side, but it's also helpful. So you can go ahead and put your hand across the forehead for yourself. You can put your hand across someone else's forehead while you hold yours even when things are really stressful. I've helped a lot of people while they were in the hospital, for instance, when they're having extreme stress, and I've held their stress points where sometimes I put one hand on theirs and one hand on mine because the event was so stressful. And it helps both of us to de-stress a little bit. Make sure you don't put any weight on that hand. You want to keep it light because that's what helps draw the blood back to the front part of the brain and disengages your stress alarm response. Okay? So, so the way that you use this for a future anticipated stress is that you're going to think about whatever you're stressful about, or you're rather anticipating stress about. Like, for instance, you're anticipating that there's going to be a work event that might be stressful. So with that one, you want to hold the stress points and then visualize what you'd like to see happen. Okay?
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
Yeah, so you like that idea?
I do.
So let's do it once with that. Let's do one where you get to anticipate a stress. So is there something that you've been anticipating might be stressful for you?
Yeah, I can think of something.
Okay, all right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how does it feel when you think about doing that?
It's a 6, I think.
Okay, so this one's
Yeah.
even bigger than the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what we can do for that one. So I want you to think about that and then hold your stress points. Okay, you got your segment of time from beginning to end, right? You got the chunk size that you want to do on that. You got where you're going to start and where you're going to end that. So seeing yourself, for instance, starting to do whatever that is and then finishing it successfully. Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to hold your emotional stress release points and you're going to just hold that very lightly there, and you're going to think through from beginning to end what you want to have happen in that segment of time from beginning to end. So you take the future event that you're wanting to do well in, like an interview, a job interview, let's say, for instance. You want to do really well in it, so you want to picture yourself while holding the stress points doing really well in that event, and then rapid reverse it, and do that a couple of times, please. Do that once through,
Okay.
and then rapid reverse it,
Okay.
and then do it a second time through and rapid reverse it.
Okay.
All right, and now you can do it a third time, forward, and then rapid reverse.
Forward and okay.
And now imagine that going just as well as you can possibly imagine, getting the high accolades from those in the room, or whatever it is that would be a success for that event, whatever that is. Imagine getting that. Notice how that feels.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that feel better?
Yeah, this actually works.
Okay. Now let go and notice how it feels now to think about that.
Yeah, I feel like very positive.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you feel more like you're willing to even do that event, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you look at anticipated stress. So think of some of the applications that you have for that. You know, how can you think about using this? You can use this for a past event like we did, a current event like holding your stress points when something's going on. You can think about it for a future event. So anything that's been stressing you, you could take a few moments and hold those stress points and really feel like you've got some control over it. Does that feel like you could do that now?
Yeah.
And hopefully you're feeling as well like you can do that wherever you are, and know that stress relief is only your hands away, right here. So this is one of those techniques that can hurt, might help, and could make all the difference in the world to lowering your stress from whatever number it has been to a much lower number.